Hi there, Andrea here for Margaret Manning's 60 and Me. And this video is about the most recent article that I've just written for her website about shopping for bargains on summer items at the end of the season. And don't let them take the end of the summer away from us. You know, they're starting to put all those heavy winter clothes on the racks, but there are a lot of bargains to be had, and there's still some summer to be enjoyed. So let's look at some of the things that remind us of summer. This is one I did not mention in the article, but I wanted to mention it here, and that's about summer handbags. You're going to find terrific bargains on summer handbags. This is one I bought, 13 years ago at Ann Taylor Loft. It's patchwork, but it's really fun. I don't know if you can see the weaving on it. It sort of like looks crocheted, and it's got these beautiful bamboo handles. I take it out every summer and it just makes me joyful. It is not going to go out of style. My late mother-in-law had a collection of straw handbags with beautiful Italian hand-painted images on them that she bought. Her daughter lives in Italy. And after she passed, her granddaughters just grabbed those. They just loved them so much because they will last 50, 60 years. They just will not go out of style. So that's a great thing to look for at the end of the summer, and it will remind you of the summer, which is always fun. And then, things like jewelry. I bought this, there's a wonderful boutique in my town, and they recently closed up shop because the owner retired. But, when you see shells and beads and little wooden things, they're beachy in a way, or they just make us feel a little lighter. So now I'm going to show you some things that I've recently purchased on sale at the end of the season that I really love. I had been looking for a pair of slouchy khakis, the sort of odd Katharine Hepburn look. And these were from one of my very favorite websites, which is called The Outnet. A couple of years ago on my own blog, Shopping for the Real You, I did a piece about a lot of these websites that have high-end things on sale. And then they even list them even further on sale. And the Outnet is one of them. They have their own brand that they sell called Iris and Ink. And they're reasonable to start with, but they're really reasonable when you find them on sale. So I've been looking for some nice slouchy khaki kind of pants. You can see. And they fit absolutely perfectly. Lighter color works better for the summer, and the textile was really nice, mostly cotton. They have front pleats and side seams, and one thing I'll caution you about that is if you have any kind of a tummy or hips, if you wear front pleats and especially side seams, darts in the front will pooch out a little bit, especially when you sit down. The fabric is all over the place. But if you're sitting under a table, nobody notices. And then when you stand up, you look kind of like Katharine Hepburn. It has that nice drape to it. So I was very happy with these. They were from the Outnet. And from that same site, I had also been looking for a simple off-white linen blouse. And this one was just so pretty, so well made. It had these really nice detail on the sleeves with the buttons. They tortoiseshell. And this one, a lot of these really higher end blouses, even the little ones, can be kind of pricey, but this one was taken down. I think it was like $65, something like that. And then there's another site that I like a lot called Mango. Mango is skewed a little bit more toward a younger demographic, but that's what makes them kind of fun. It sort of makes you feel kind of youthful. And I just absolutely fell in love with this yellow bomber jacket. It's also linen, and it's a heavier weight linen. And it zips up, and you can see the whole thing. Now, the thing about linen is that even though it's a light summer fabric, if you've ever had a woven linen sweater, it can be quite warm. And this heavier linen is a fabulous transitional piece from the summer to the fall. So this is something I'm going to get a lot of wear out of, and I've already gotten a lot of compliments on it. And the fact that it was on sale made it even more fun. One other thing I did not mention in the article, but I want to mention here. This is a blouse that I wore in an interview that I did with Margaret a couple of years ago. And it's kind of a peasant sort of a look. You'll notice it has the little embroidery on the sleeve, and imagine it in full length. It could even be a dress. This is the kind of thing you're going to find a lot of on sale right now. And again, because it's a kind of a costumey piece, it's not going to go out of style. It has a certain flavor to it. It's a very summer piece. It's the kind of thing you'd wear as a cover up over a bathing suit or by the beach or lounging by the cabana, So that's another thing you might keep your eyes open for at the end of the summer. And then finally, the last thing is sandals, and I talk about those in the article. And I'm going to show you a pair that I bought that I absolutely love. And I bought these maybe a year and a half ago now, 2 years. These are from Stuart Weitzman, and I had been looking at these for 2 years. They're quite elegant. They're suede, which is not a typical summer textile, but I love suede. And this is an elastic band that goes around the ankle. But the original price, I think they were like over $400. Well, I didn't want to pay over $400 for a pair of sandals. So I waited, and they were still available the next year, which is unusual for a shoe company because usually styles are going to change every year, but they must have been very popular because they kept them. But I still wasn't going to pay 400 and some dollars for these shoes. So I waited and I waited and I waited, and sure enough, they went on a huge sale. And that's when I bit the bullet and bought them, and I've never regretted it. I love them, take them out every summer. So those are just a few items that you might keep in mind. It's best to look for something that you actually need. You may find some little surprises, which is always wonderful, like that bomber jacket, but I always consider jackets a necessity, right? So I hope you enjoy the article. I'll put the link here, and enjoy the rest of your summer. Bye-bye.